Hey you guys, it's Jessica again. It's been forever since I've done a video. I'm exhausted. I have a wedding coming up September the 10th. It is so close and I am so not prepared. But you guys have been asking, so I did want to give you a little bit of a video. I think because, I'm just gonna wing this. I think because a lot of you have always said you wanted me to do like a deep bronze smoky eye. I feel like that's what I should be doing. So I'm gonna do it. My allergies have been bothering me all day, so my eye's a little bit red, all right? Anyway, I am gonna start out, this is called Rilastil. If you can see it, it's Rilastil A Lipnic. I love this product. It helps recreate, or helps create a nice barrier if you have really dry skin, which I'm sure you guys at this point are over me being like, I am so dry. I'm like the driest human ever. But at the same time, I'm pretty fucking dry. So I like to use, honestly, most people, most normal humans in this world will use like 2 pumps. I use 5 because that's how dry I am. So just massage that all over your face. And if you're oily, again, switch to a primer, only moisturize the underneath of your eyes. And yeah, and if you guys hear my dogs barking at this point, y'all are gonna have to get used to it. So, like always, we're gonna do eyes first. And I'm gonna start out by using Frankie Rose Cosmetics. I'm using their eye primer. And I'm just gonna go in, dab a little bit on my eye. Pay no attention to my nails. You're lucky that I'm even somewhat alive right now. Just kidding. But just dab it on with your fingers. I am glad that this is video, and in video you can't smell people, or else you guys would not be watching me because I do not smell good. Okay, so once you get that on, just dab it on. I like this one. I use a good amount. I use Urban Decay, Becca, Makeup Forever. I like this one. This one particularly I like for oilier skin, and I am gonna try to incorporate more oilier skin products on people, just so that way you know, like, hey, this one's really good for you oily skin girls. This one's better for dry skin. This one is universal. I have dry skin and it's fine. But specifically just because of the texture and the way the product goes on, it's amazing for oily skin girls. So, got oily eyelids? Check this out. Okay, so let's just go. You guys, I feel like at this point, even though I've only done like a few videos, I feel like you know what my favorite brushes are because I just use the same thing. I am very much a creature of habit. If I love something, I'm gonna use it. So, first thing, I'm gonna be using this color right here. It is by Anastasia, and it is called Bengal. And keep in mind, any products that I'm using, underneath the description, I'm gonna list all the products, so that way you guys can just do and go and check it out. So, Elena Badro brush, let's just start out in the crease, back and forth, little windshield, blah, 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 blah. Windshield wipers, back and forth, create a nice little base. I know y'all must be like me and be obsessed with the 90s if you love a good brown smoky eye. But obviously a more modern take on that is adding a little bit of shimmer, which is what we're gonna do. It's definitely like my go-to bronze smoky eye for sure. Again, I'm a creature of habit. If I love something, I'll wear it out. So just keep doing that until you get the desired pigment that you want. Everybody's different. Some of you might like it a little bit lighter, some of you a little bit darker. So just really do something that you're comfortable with and stay within your eye shape. Okay, so we have that on. Next thing, I'm gonna take my Elena Badro brush. And I am gonna go in with the color Cognac by Anastasia. Just get a little bit on here. And now I'm just gonna go in the crease and really get like a nice definition. And start to build it up. Oh, there's my dog. She wanted to come in and say hi. She's out of breath for some reason. Hey, Pharaoh, what's up? So just keep going, little tiny windshield wipers. And if you have a little bit smaller eyes, you're not gonna wanna go all the way in because that's just gonna close your eye off. It'll make it sultry, but it will close it off. So stick a little bit more to the outside. I like a pretty dramatic smoky eye, so watch what I do right here. So I'm just going in a little bit more, see that? So that way it creates like a little bit more depth. I like it. I think it looks a little bit more smoky and sultry and not so pageanty. Not that I have anything against pageants, because God knows I don't. Those girls are fabulous. Next, I'm going to take the same brush because we want it really smoky underneath. I am going to go underneath my lower lash line and make this pretty smoky. Sorry, I have furry rugs and I'm determined that my dog thinks that it's her mom. And I skinned her mom and I would never do that. Okay, so don't worry, we are gonna go back and clean this up just a little bit, but we do want it pretty dramatic. I know right now you're thinking that looks crazy, and it does, but trust me, gotta have trust in me, okay? It's gonna be a great point in our relationship when we start to trust each other. Okay, so just keep going back and forth again till the desired depth. And then I'm gonna go back with that same brush, kind of buff everything out so that way it's a little bit smoother. And I know you're thinking I look like, what is the guy from the Addams Family? Uncle Fester? I know that's what you're thinking I look like, but don't worry. We're gonna clean it up. I'm just trying to get like a nice, smooth base. Okay. So this is the part that you can either go dark and shimmery or light and shimmery. I just got this really pretty copper color. It's actually called Copper, and it's by Laura Mercier. Where is it at? There we are. It's by Laura Mercier, and I'm just gonna go on top right here in the center. And the thing I love about like her crayons is that you can apply it with your finger and be done with it, and it's so easy and awesome. Perfect, because we just want it, we want it pretty smoky. So we're actually not gonna do the inside of the corners. We are gonna skip that. So next thing we're gonna do is just line the upper eye, the upper waterline. And again, I'm using Laura Mercier, and this is called Brown Copper. And all I'm gonna do is line the very inside of my eye. And I love lining with brown because it actually is a little bit more, I'm gonna use a word I feel really uncomfortable, sensual, as opposed to black eyeliner. Black eyeliner can be pretty harsh, but brown is a really good alternative. It looks really pretty, not overdone. And now we're just gonna go up on the upper lash line and just gently buff that in. Just gently tap it in. And I am going along with the, as opposed to going like this, I'm going along so that way it gives it a little bit more of like a faded, undone look. Yeah, and to be honest, nothing about a bronze smoky eye should be done. Everything should be pretty undone and pretty, using that word again, sensual. Okay, and just go back and just kind of buff it in a little bit on the outer corners. Buff, buff, buff. Now, to go underneath, we're not going in the lash line, we're just strictly going underneath, right, only on the outer corners. So about like 3/4 of the way in. That's how far we're going. And buff that out so that way it's not really a harsh line. Okay. We're getting smoky, that's for sure. Okay, and we'll do it again. Okay. I know it's so crazy right now, but I promise it's gonna be so sultry and pretty, just like a little Victoria's Secret model. Just with a lot of extra wrinkles that I have, not you, by the way. Okay, so as soon as you are done with that, we are gonna clean it up. I'm back! I had to get Q-tips because I feel like I'm always prepared when I'm doing these tutorials, and then I realize I'm not prepared at all. So now just take a Q-tip and don't clean up everything, just a little bit. We still want it pretty smoky underneath, okay? So have it looking like that. And the reason I had you go a little bit thicker is because a lot of times when people are doing a smoky eye or like a bronze eye, they'll make it really sharp, which is not a bad thing. I just like my bronze eye more undone. So that is why I like to just kind of take it off with the Q-tip. That way it still gives it that very like fresh, undone look. Okay, so now that we had the moisturizer set in, I always like to prep before I do foundation with, I can't think today, IS Clinical Hydra Cool. This is a cult makeup artist favorite. Any makeup artist that, you know, is a, you know, working makeup artist in the industry, they love skincare and they love IS Clinical. I learned about it from my facialist in LA, Shani Darden. She's fantastic. I mean, and look at that glow. It's amazing. Obviously, oily skin girls, not for you. You would put on a primer, and Frankie Rose has a face addiction primer. It's fantastic. It literally is going to help blur any flaw that you have or that you might think you have, because we're our own worst critics. So that being said, the foundation that I'm going to use today is Kogan Dough. But before we do Kogan Dough, I'm gonna do the Cover FX drops, and this is in Moonlight. These things are potent. Like they're no joke. If you want to glow, hello sister, you're gonna glow. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on my hand, take my damp beauty blender, make sure that it's damp, and start going all over my face. Again, this is a personal preference. This stuff is very, very, very pigmented. It's very highlighting. It's very illuminating. I'm trying to use all the words. It's glistening, it's dewy, it's wet looking. I'm using all the words that I associate with illuminator and dewiness, because you guys need to realize not that you can't see it, but that you need to realize that it is very, very, very a personal preference. On clients, I would only apply it through here and maybe a little bit like above the brows. I don't have to tell you, you guys know how much I love a good shine. So I'm good with this. But if you're a makeup artist or aspiring to be a makeup artist, or just, you know, your own personal makeup artist at home, don't do that. The product that I am gonna use for foundation is the Kogan Dough Moisture Foundation, and I'm using color 023. It is like a nice like medium skin tone color. So if you are a little bit fair skinned, the color you'd want to get is 113 or 112. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful color. Their foundation just, it just melts into your skin. People have used it on movie sets for years. It's one of my favorite. I love it. There's so many, actually, no, I take that back. It didn't make sense what I was gonna say. There's such few foundations that I actually like. I'm not a makeup artist that loves a lot of foundations, because a lot of times makeup artists, sorry, my dog, she has issues. Pharaoh, come here. Come here, Pharaoh. Come here, let's put makeup on and make you pretty. Pharaoh, come here. Okay, sorry, she'll stop barking. So once you get that on, and again, I'm just dabbing it on. Once you get that on, make sure that you are bringing it underneath your neck just a little bit. And what I was gonna say about the foundation thing is that I'm not a makeup artist that likes a lot of foundation just to try it and say that I have, and I have that in my kit. I'm not like that. There's a small group of foundations that are unbelievably amazing, and I think that foundation is one of those things that when you find something that you like, stick with it. If it works, go with it. I will try new ones, but the list is very small of what I like. For concealer today, I'm gonna use Frankie Rose Cosmetics, and this color is called Fresh. So I'm just gonna put some out on my hand. Okay, and this is my Sigma brush in F64. Again, all the information is gonna be underneath the description on my page. Okay, so as you know, I'm not a crazy contour person, but a little bit, okay? So just dab it around your nose, because that's where women get red at. We're constantly touching our nose, around our mouth, we're talking a lot. If you guys have watched my videos before, you know that I've said that before, but it is important that you know and remember. Okay, and just pat that in. And then when we get up closer to the under eye, I will feather it out with a brush. But I mean, this concealer is so nice. I just started using it. See, I will try new things. I told you I'll try new things. But I know the brand Frankie Rose, and I love their products. So I thought, well, I have to try their concealer. And sure enough, it's just as great as their foundation. It's definitely gonna be one of my favorite new concealers. I mean, look at how pretty that finish is. It's so pretty. I will say, whenever I use Frankie Rose cosmetics, and I'm just being honest, my girlfriend Ashley McClellan, known as Nashville Lifestyles, was like, what filter did you use? You have to tell me. That filter looks amazing. And I'm like, girl, that ain't a filter. It's, you know, it's this concealer. So just FYI. And Cognac does the exact same thing. I mean, it's great coverage. And the best part for those girls that don't like makeup, but you have a wedding coming up, great options. I don't feel like I'm wearing makeup. To be a makeup artist, I actually hate the feeling of makeup. So trust me, I don't feel like I have anything on at all. That's another good part about these foundations. Next, I'm just gonna use my Laura Mercier translucent powder. Just tap it on. Tap all over just to set the makeup. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, so once you did that, I'm now gonna use, I haven't used this yet, so I'm really excited, but I love ColourPop. I haven't used it on me. Let me rephrase that. I haven't used it on me. So I'm gonna be using this right now, but this is called Kai Pop. Kai Pop, I think it's from that girl Karruche. Is that her name? Karruche, I think. Sorry if it's not. Whoops. But I'm just gonna do a little bit of this on my forehead. And the reason I'm just doing it on my forehead is because I am going for a little bit more of like a dewy look, and your forehead can be still glowy. But whenever I go to contour a little bit of my cheeks, I am gonna use something that's more matte, so. Oh, I like this on me. I know you'll probably think that I look crazy because I'm so dewy, and it looks like I got Botox this morning because my forehead is I can't talk again. My forehead is so shiny. Y'all are gonna assume that I got Botox this morning, which in all reality, I haven't got Botox this morning. I did that a few months ago, maybe in March. So I'm still fresh, but anyway. So now I'm gonna use the Frankie Rose Contour Palette. And Elena Badger brush is right underneath the cheekbones. I like to go little tiny circles, and I'm pretty pale right now for me, so I don't need a lot on me because I'll look crazy if I have a lot. And that's a lot of times women's biggest mistake, is that they're really fair skin, but they want to be so contoured. So your option is to A, put on a spray tan, B, drag all the makeup down here, and if you are showing your legs, make sure that you put a bronzer on your leg. Just a little tip and trick for you guys. Okay, let's scalpel the nose. A little bit on the side, a little bit more on the side. Okay, so that's like very subtle contour. You guys know I don't like it. The reason is all these videos with, yes, they're talented, but the girls with like the black and the white and the stripes and this, and they're using spoons and this. It's so ridiculous. I love makeup. I've loved makeup from the time that I was 4 years old, if not younger than that. And there's an art to making it look like your own skin, and there's an art to what they do as well. It's a little give and take. I just think in the world that we live in today, women feel like they have to pile on all of this makeup to look beautiful, to where I like it old school, you know, like the 70s, and even in the 90s, the women did not super cake on. They would do a great smoky eye, but it was very French, like very beautiful skin, and that's more what French women are into, and that's what I'm into. I think it's beautiful that way. So now that I've finished giving you guys a sermon on that, sorry, I am going to use one of my all-time favorite Stila convertible color in Gerbera, or Gerbera, however you want to say it. And those of you that are scared of cream blush, don't. So easy. It's actually easier than powder blush. So just smile and just dab a little bit on your cheeks. Oily skin girls, a good color option that is the exact same is actually NARS Orgasm or Becca Flower Child. This is pretty much the exact same color, but without the pigment. Another matte version would be Peach Bouquet by Jouer. Beautiful color, and it's gonna give you this very soft, subtle, peachy coral. I mean, look at how pretty this is. I love this. And during the summertime, you can literally pop this on your cheeks, pop it on your lips, and even give a little bit in your eye, and it's just gorgeous. Okay, next, Becca pressed highlighter. This is their pressed poured highlighter. So as you can tell, it is more of a cream, and I'm only gonna do a little tiny bit on my nose, just right there on the tip. Do a little amount right over here. I'm not doing a lot because Lord knows I've got on enough highlighter right now. I always do my brows last, but my lip pencil, where did my lip pencil go? Where did it go? Right here it is. So to use, y'all see who that is? Jessie James Decker. Honestly, aside from, or Jessie James Decker with Alexa Prosecco. Prosecco. Both are amazing. Anyway, aside from the fact that she's one of my best friends ever, she's very talented and amazing. And if she weren't singing, she would be doing makeup. This color is fantastic. It's a great, beautiful, neutral color. And I'm just gonna put it on. Okay, see, it's such a pretty color, and it comes in a lip kit with a matching lipstick, and I just like to draw it on and then just kind of buff it out. It is such a beautiful color. For my lips, where did it go? I can't find anything when you guys are around. Oh, here it is. So for my lip gloss, I'm going to be using Sugar, Frankie Rose again. Sorry, I'm using a lot of Frankie Rose, but you know what? I just got a shipment in and I love their products and it's so good. So I'm just going to put a little bit on my hand. Take a little bit and just dab. I want it to look very natural because the eyes are so dramatic that we don't need to be overdone on the lips. Sometimes that's people's biggest mistake. They will do a super dramatic eye, and like if you're doing a dark lip, that's a whole other thing. That's a statement, go for it. But if you're not doing a darker lip and you have this like weird in between dark lip, it doesn't work out right. So let me do my eyebrows. I swear, you guys, I feel like I'm so organized, and then I get on camera and I can't find anything. Okay, so I'm gonna be using a powder today, and I'm just gonna be brushing them up just like that. I'm gonna be using a powder, and I'm gonna be using Taupe by Anastasia, and I'm just gonna fill in the underneath part. And I know most of you said that you guys didn't need to see this part, to be honest. I forgot, so I'm sorry. I'm telling you, my goal is for videos that are like under 30 minutes, so we are so close to being there. Okay. And I want to hear your all's comments and, you know, concerns. I'm trying to, you know, as I go, give you guys like good options of like, hey, if you're oily, try this, and you know, blah 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 blah. So I'm trying to give you guys good options, but let me know if you want me to do more. Again, doing my brows perfect, because every time I feel like I go back and I watch one of my videos, I'm like, damn girl, that brow looking janky as hell. But I think we're good. Perfect. And then just to top off the eyes before I do mascara, I'm gonna be using ColourPop and Crimper. And I'm just gonna take my finger, roll it around, and just give one last little pop of shimmer right there on the middle. Okay, and a lot of you, I just burped, I'm so sorry. So a lot of you have asked me about the new lash, because I've been using it. I was telling you guys, y'all were crazy if you didn't buy it. Well, you are crazy if you don't buy it, because I know it's an investment, but it is such a good investment that I haven't been wearing false eyelashes that much, because of the fact that mine are growing and it's not irritating my eye. And honest to God, I used to think it was a lot of allergies, which yes, I have. but now that I stopped using Latisse and I started using this, my eyes are not nearly as sensitive as they were with Latisse. So I almost feel bad that I told you guys to get Latisse, because I was like, oh yeah, it's just my allergies, it doesn't irritate my eye. This is 10 times better. I feel so, don't hate me. Okay, then we're just gonna do a little bit on the bottom. Funny mascara face. And then just take a brush and clean off some of the excess. Okay, so there you go. Pretty beautiful bronze eye. Hope you guys love it. I just got makeup everywhere. I hope you guys love it. Please let me know if you have any questions, concerns, comments. If you're gonna be mean, don't leave it. I can do without it. And I'll do another one very shortly with another makeup look, maybe a wedding look. Okay, bye.